it is because of me that Vamana is always there. Because we don't even know that Vamana is always there. This is what Prahlad Maharaj is saying. Anyway, these in interaction. Yasya Sri Bhagavat Praptav Ukate Cha Yato Bhave Satatraiva Labe Tamum Natuvasa Labhakrit. Wherever one develops an intense desire to achieve the Supreme Lord, there one can obtain him. But the Lord's merely residing at a certain place does not grant one his association. Prakatena sudatra sao tvare varte tachet prabhu kim yayam naimisham durang drastung tam pitavashanam. If my Lord were always present here in person, why would I have traveled all the way to Naimisharanya to see him as Lord Pitavas, the yellow-garbed form of Narayan? Bhavata prasadato bhagavat sneha birjmita kila mamtam mahima tatapyanor navabhaktesh bhaktesho kripabharikshaya. We can say that by your mercy, the Supreme Lord developed some love for me, and so I appear glorious. But my greatness is just like a tiny speck before the heaps of mercy the Lord bestows on his newer devotees. He's saying, because of you, my Gurudev, there was maybe some mercy given to me. But there are other great devotees who have come more recently than me. Remember, this was Prahlad Maharaj. This was so long ago that Lord Nrsimhadev appeared. And he's saying, those who have appeared since me, I have seen greater mercy given to them than given to me. They are much more exalted. They are much more exalted in devotion than I am. Nirupadi kripadra chitta. Nirupadi kripada chitta he bahudor bhagya nirupane kim tava sukjanane napasyatat karunam kim purushe hanumati. O Narada, your heart overflows with causeless compassion. Why should I go on describing all my misfortunes, which simply make you unhappy? Instead, please consider the Lord's mercy on Hanuman of the Kim Purushas. Now, we should not be mistaken that Prahlad Maharaj is suffering from some sort of melancholy, like one in the mundane world. Well, he is the dawning of pure devotion. He is given as a very high, supreme example of the dawning of pure devotional service. So there's no real, actual lamentation, melancholy, depression, or discouragement in his heart. He is very much absorbed in meditation upon the Lord. So his relationship is called Shanta. Shantaras is exemplified by Prahlad Maharaj. In other words, he's not active. Shanta, he's fully peaceful, happily disparaging his own position. It is a joyful thing for him to do so. This negativity or this feeling of separation from the Lord is the essence of sweetness. And this is a very, very mysterious thing for us who are always trying to obtain things in order to enjoy ourselves. This is a very different thing, a fully opposite direction, going fully opposite. So we have to, by hearing these things, we can get some kind of glimmer of these facts. Nirupadi kripadra chittahe bahu durbhagya nirupanena kim tava sukjananena pasyatat karunam kim purushe hanumati. O Narada, your heart overflows with causeless compassion. Oh, excuse me, I already read this. Why should I go on describing all my misfortunes, which simply make you unhappy? Instead, please consider the Lord's mercy on Hanuman of the Kim Purushas. And since Narada is intent on finding the true recipient of the Lord's mercy, or the highest recipient, Prahlad tries to divert Narada's attention by proposing Hanuman as an alternative to himself. He tells Narada, Pasya, don't just accept my word on this. Please go and witness the glories of Hanuman yourself. This is all very, very sweet. All sweetness. But any questions? Bhagavan avadehi mat pitur hananartam narasingha rupa brit sahasha virabhum mahaprabhor vihitarton tadadattataiva sa. Sorry, I don't know this meter. Please note, my Lord, that the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared suddenly in his form of Nishinga just to kill my father. And as soon as the Lord fulfilled his purpose, he at once disappeared. This is only making Prahlad's ecstatic love increase. We must understand the difference between these emotions, which are free from all selfishness. All the emotions we feel in this world are based on selfishness. There isn't a speck of selfishness in Prahlad. So he's feeling separation from the Lord. That the Lord only came for a moment to do this and now he's gone. But this is also his internal, deep connection with Nishingadev, not mental, heart-to-heart, divine transcendental reality in the mood of Shanta. But there is connection, deep connection in that, and deep happiness. And when he's feeling more separation, then it is increasing his joy. Very opposite to our selfishness. And when the scriptures are telling us, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, it is not cruelty. They're trying to keep us from going completely insane with our selfishness and entering into a hellish condition. Yata kamam maham natam. Of course, that is a mundane matter. It's a mundane matter, but still we are shocked to see how quickly human society can become animalistic and even worse than animals. Very, very fast. Haribo yata kamam maham natam samyak drastum nanashakam Maharad Mahodadi tate pasyam tataiva swapnavat prabhum. I haven't been able to see my Lord directly whenever I wanted. So when I saw him once on the shore of the ocean, it was like seeing a dream. So this is his transcendental lament. Prahlad claims that since the time he saw Lord Nrsimha, when the Lord appeared from a pillar to kill Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad has not had much opportunity to see him again. And what to speak of serve him and develop a personal relationship. Haribo. When Nrsimhadev first appeared, Prahlad's spontaneous devotion was hampered by the novelty and shock of the moment and by his own fear and reverence. Novelty has come to mean something frivolous. Novelty just means something new, something one has not experienced before. The dramatic setting in the palace on the shore of the ocean and the presence of many demigods and sages made it difficult for Prahlad to freely express his love. This is described in some detail in the Hari Bhakti Sangradaya. Any questions? Any questions about any of that, Ananya?
No questions. I'm
Okay.
just trying to figure things out in here.
Yeah, no, I thought you came in maybe to ask a question.
No, I just wanted to see
Okay.
here.
Okay. Hanumangstu mahabhagyas tatseva sukham anvabhut Shubahuni sahasrani vatsarayan avignakam. But Hanuman is much more fortunate. For many thousands of years, he has enjoyed serving the Lord constantly, without obstruction. So since the appearance, of course, Hanuman is the eternal servant of Ramachandra. But since Ramachandra appeared in the Treta Yuga, that's such a long time ago. But Hanuman is always engaged in the service of Ramachandra. Any service, anything the Lord desires, requires, whatever he not requires, but whatever he desires in Lila, Hanuman is there. According to Sri Ramayana, Hanuman stayed with Lord Ramachandra on this earth for more than 11,000 years. Srimad Bhagavatam, however, says that he served his Lord directly for more than 13,000 years. In the 9th canto, the Bhagavatam states, quote, after Mother Sita entered the earth, Lord Ramachandra observed complete celibacy and performed an uninterrupted Agnihotra Yajna for 13,000 years. So don't forget, in the Treta Yuga, everyone lives on, I think it was the Treta Yuga, everyone lives a really long time. 13,000 years is not, it's just a portion of one's life. Without transgressing the religious principles, Lord Ramachandra, whose lotus feet are worshipped by devotees in meditation, enjoyed with all the paraphernalia of transcendental pleasure for as long as needed. Hanuman remained with Lord Ramachandra all this time. Yo balishta tamo balye deva vrinda prasadata samprapta sadvarnavrato jara marana varjitaha. He is the most powerful person. When he was just a child, the demigods favored him with several wonderful benedictions. Thus he became immune to old age and death. Hanuman's unique strength and other qualities mentioned in this verse and the next enhance his unimpeded service to Lord Ramachandra. So he's not trying to enjoy these things, but they're all facility for serving the Lord. How he received the demigods' benedictions is explained in the Ramayana. As soon as Hanuman was born, he saw the sun rising over his head and thought it was some ripe fruit hanging from a tree. So he jumped up to catch it, and he would have done so had Indra not intervened to protect the sun by hurling the thunderbolt weapon, striking Hanuman in the jaw, and making him fall unconscious to the earth. Hanuman's father Vayu, greatly angered, decided to withhold the force of breath all over the universe, and all the denizens of the universe began to suffocate. To save the universal population, Brahma and other chief demigods came to Hanuman, revived him, and granted him various benedictions. Aveshatrasha rahito mahavrata darakriti mahaviro raghupater asadarana sevaka. He is free from all fear. He maintains great vows, and he performs auspicious deeds. Outstanding among heroes, he is an exceptional servant of the Lord of the Raghus. Okay, so this is something that we've been talking about. Among the vows of Hanuman, the greatest was his strict celibacy. His auspicious deeds included thoroughly studying all the Vedic literature and acquiring the skills of a poet. His heroism was proven by his exploits in battle. He was a hero in every sense of the word, as described by Bharat Muni, the authority on poetry. Quote, Lord Brahma has defined three kinds of vira or hero. The hero in charity, the hero in religion, and the hero in battle. There is also a mood of personal reciprocation called vira, or heroism. Heroism in reciprocation, reciprocal dealings with others. But Hanuman was a hero in all three of these categories. Hela vilang gita gada shatayojana sagara raksho raja purastarta sitas vasana kovidha. With playful disregard, he jumped across thousands of miles of fathomless ocean. Expertly, in the capital of the Rakshasa king, he comforted Mother Sita in her distress. So he was a hero in his comforting of Sita and a hero in jumping across the ocean. Vairi santarjako lanka dahako durga banjakaha Sita varta hara swami gadilingana gocharaha. He boldly threatened his enemies, burned Lanka, and destroyed its citadel. When he brought back news of Sita, he received his master's deep embrace. He did everything very perfectly, in showing heroism in every movement. He burned Lanka. He allowed his tail to be set on fire. Just that they brought him before Ravana, and Ravana, blah, 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 let him set his tail on fire, and then he jumped out the window and set fire to the entire city and burned down its main palace, its citadel. Commentary. Hanuman audaciously challenged Ravana and other Rakshasas by killing everyone Ravana sent to stop him from destroying the Ashok Grove. First 80,000 Rakshasa soldiers, then the great demon Jambumali, then 7 sons of Ravana's ministers, the 5 commanders of Ravana's armies, and Ravana's own son Akshay Kumar. When Hanuman delivered to Lord Ramachandra the news that Sita was safe, the Lord was extremely pleased with him. In text 43 and 44, Prahlad has listed Hanuman's accomplishments in order of increasing importance. Each additional deed was a more significant reason for Lord Ramachandra's accepting Hanuman as his personal assistant. So it's very significant. Here, by the grace of Srila Sanatana Goswami, we are understanding the difference between Shantaras and Dasyaras. Prahlad's nature is not active like Hanuman. But Prahlad is appreciating that. He's appreciating, oh, this is so much deeper of a relationship. He's happy with his relationship, Prahlad. This is his nature, his very internal nature. But still, he's appreciating the higher devotee, the one who's doing so many heroic things in the service of the Lord. The first being his vow of celibacy. And Srila Gurudev said, one should worship Hanuman in order to achieve celibacy, in order to achieve the help required to conquer over upastavegam. And so that is a bona fide reason for worshipping Hanuman. It's very helpful for progress in spiritual life. So it can be, especially if one has taken that vow of brahmachari, or if indeed one simply wants to lead a completely pure grihastha life, not in a controlled way. So these are very good things, very, very opposite to the flow of the present society, which is giving much encouragement and celebration to indulge in every whim of the mind to the fullest degree. And it will cause such a chaotic situation. I know I've repeated this a few times, but it's just been on my mind this morning. Oh, hard to look at that. Swapabo vahaka shrestha sveta chatvi kapuchakaha shukashana mahaprishta setu bandha kriyagrani. It was Hanuman who acted as his Lord's best carrier, his tail serving as a royal white umbrella, his broad back a comfortable seat for the Lord. And it was Hanuman who directed the project of bridging the ocean. So many services. This service, that service, so many services. He's actually considered to be a higher servitor than Garuda, who is generally considered the carrier of Lord Vishnu. But there's a funny story that Srila Gurudev tells about Hanuman approaching with Garuda under his arm. It's stuck in his arm. But we, of course...
Wait, Srila Devi, who'd you say is a higher servitor than Garuda?
Well, Hanuman... So he's saying here, he's the Lord's best carrier. This is not deprecating the divine service of Garuda Dev. They're all exalted personalities. But in that world of exalted, pure, perfect personalities, there is still gradation. Where the Mayavadis and Buddhists want everything to just merge into zero, there is infinite gradation, in fact, in the positive plane of divine service. There's no end of it. There's gradation, there's variegatedness, there's so much detail. And it's infinite. So there is gradation. Even in every sphere, there is gradation. So that when we realize the supreme position of the Braja Gopis, and among them, Srimati Radharani, we can begin to really appreciate what that means to some degree. Not that we're rushing in like fools to understand so many things about that, but in terms of vigyan, in terms of systematic understanding of things, we can certainly make that comparisons, and we should do it. We should definitely do that. Not by our own speculation, obviously, but by hearing about these things from the authorities, and that is the purpose of the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, and the purpose of the Upadeshamrita, and the purpose of the Srimad Bhagavatam is to, through all this gradation and detail, really systematic understanding that we can really appreciate, what is the goal? To glorify the Supreme Servitor. That is the purpose of everything. That is the purpose of Krishna. Krishna wants to glorify her. And this gradation is very important. This Sambandha Gyan, the gift of Sanatana Goswami, by the grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have all this feast for our mind, feast for our intelligence, feast for our senses, everything. Hanuman is the best of the Lord's carriers, including Garuda. When his master needed to travel from Kishkin in the southern shore of the ocean, Hanuman carried him all the way on his broad, beautiful, soft back. In modern times, people take the liberty to carry umbrellas of any color they like, but traditionally only kings were allowed to use white umbrellas. This was the emblem of the royal order. To equip Lord Ramachandra with this symbol of royalty while in the forest, where manufactured umbrellas were not available, Hanuman provided his own white tail. So these are examples of so many services. Any service, every service, and he knew what to do. Hanuman took a major part in building the bridge to Lanka, and he inspired the monkey labor force by hurling the largest boulders into place. Shh, shh, shh. All right. So we will continue hearing the glories of Hanuman from Prahlad Maharaj next week. Can you wait?
Of course.
It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful to hear. And to really remember the mood of these things by the guidance of our Guru Dev. That all this self-deprecation is simply the glories of the nature of pure devotion. It is the very nature, and it is completely sweet from top to bottom. Any questions anywhere?
No, not today.
Jai Sri Brihad Bhagavatamrita ki jai. Srila Sanatana Goswami ki jai. Jai Sriman Mahaprabhu ki jai. Jai Sri Rupa Goswami ki jai. Hari Mo. Oh, very nice. Hari Dev has been hand cleaning the temple room during the class. Very nice, beautiful style of seva. Hari Hari Rama Krishna Hari Shri Shri Guru Gaurachandra Ji Ki Jai. Jai Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ji Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paribhajakacharya Astatar Sadashri Shriman Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Paribhajakacharya Astatar Sadashri Shriman Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Madhacharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Sagoswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Hanuman Ji Ki Jai. Jai Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Saparshad Sriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Hanuman came in the pastimes of Mahaprabhu as Murari Gupta and Prahlad as oh, I'm so foolish. I can't remember. My brain won't remember. Anyhow, he came, he wrote beautiful songs. Prahlad. So, Saparshad Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyama Kunda Giri Govardhan Ji Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ganga Jamuna Ki Jai. Hari Bol. What? Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Ma Ki Jai, Tadiya Sakya Ma Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Mission Ki Jai, Kol Kartal Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakti Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premananda, Shri Gurudev Ki Jai, maybe Vasudev Ghosh. Maybe it's Vasudev Ghosh. Anyhow. Dandavat.
Kalki is asking what is the name of the deity?
Shri Shri Guru Gaurachandra and Giriraj.
Good luck with the heat. Drink lots of water.
Thank you.
Dandavat. Have a great day.